My name is Joseph, and I'm doing a presentation on Desiree's Baby by Kate Chopin. My first quote is, "He coldly but gently loosened her fingers from about his arm and thrust the hand away from him. 'Tell me what it means,' she cried despairingly. 'It means,' he answered lightly, 'that the child is not white. It means that you are not white.'" My reaction when I first read this part was I could not believe that a white woman would have a black baby. This at the time was unacceptable, and you can tell that Armand gets this disgusting feeling. And I felt when that Desiree thought she was black, she felt as she was completely cut off from the white community, and she was no longer part, of her family or anything like that, even though her mother told her that she could come back anytime she wanted. I think Chopin is trying to show the limits of which humans can handle, where the normal line is, and how far the boundaries go. And back then, it was obviously unacceptable to have interracial babies, but now it's okay. So this shows how, as time changes, the rules also change, and I think Chopin is trying to show that not everything will always stay the same, and as life goes on, things will become different. Another thing I think is that Chopin accepts that race does not matter, and when you are in love, nothing matters, and I definitely agree with what she is trying to say through this story. My second quote is, "I thank the good God for having so arranged our lives that our dear Armand will never know that his mother, who adores him, belongs to the race that is cursed with the brand of slavery." This was the final blow of the story, and it made like a complete 180 turn in what I was thinking, what was happening. This shows that Armand was the contributor to the black part of the baby, and this makes a question that would Armand accept him being black, and would he also still love his wife and his baby? Another thing would be, would he accept the black community because he is also partially black? This story is very controversial because it discusses the topic of babies being partially of another race. Since it was looked down upon at the time, people were not very fond of the idea. This short story illustrates Chopin's liberal side, and she also shows how backward society can be sometimes. And what I mean by this is, everyone looks down upon on blacks, then everyone else would, start to look down on blacks also as they were a child. And I enjoyed the story very much, and that is the end of my presentation.